Hey, I'm Casey here with Chipper LLC Traders and Equipment in front of our new IR1200 Iron Rhino mini skid steer. We've also got our 2023 IR1000 with Perkins 403J-11. This 1200 has the D1703 Kubota engine, and what that's going to mean is more torque, which you can definitely notice once you're on the machine if you're comparing. Between these two machines, you got an 83-inch hinge pin on the IR1000, and you go up to an 85.5-inch hinge pin on the IR1200. While we're up here near the auxiliaries, you do have a 12 GPM on both these machines. You have a single auxiliary hookup on the 1000. You have two auxiliary hookups on the 1200. The 1200 has 12 GPM on the main auxiliary, and you have a low flow secondary auxiliary. That's going to be for your secondary functions like power rotate on a grapple. Our 2024 IR1000 will have a secondary auxiliary hookup on some of the models. Now, looking at the size of the machine, the IR1000 is 42 inches to the outside of the 8-inch tracks with 43.5-inch wide at the counterweight. You do have the dual stacked counterweights on the back. The IR1200 is 39.5 inches wide at the outside of your 8-inch tracks. It's wider at the track than it is at the counterweights, so you don't add extra width with the counterweights. Being a more narrow machine, it is a little bit more compact, so we're going to get into the insides to show you what the access looks like. IR1000 with the Perkins diesel, it's a little bit easier to access than with the D1105 for your oil filter, and I'll show you why that is. You have your hydraulic filters here and here, your air filters right here. If you come around, you can see you have your fuel filter is right here, and the oil filter is right below it, both with side access right here. On the D1105 model, your oil filter is going to be at the back side of this left side of the engine. You have to take off the side panel, and you can reach back there just fine. Now, on the 1200 model, it is a little bit tighter, like I said. That battery gets pushed up here, which makes it a little bit easier access than that front location that it is on the 1000. And that puts your hydraulic filter right behind it up here, but your other hydraulic filter is right there. Air filter is right here. Your fuel filter is right here, and then the oil filter, if you come around, you can see you have access to it right behind this plate. Come around to the back side of this machine, and I can show you what the electrical panel's like on here. You have a electric start with the code access on here, so you don't need a key. Just put in our code. You can start it up right there. If you want to come up here, you can see that screen. You can see engine speed, the temperature of your oil. You can see the total hours on the machine, voltage, and all those stats that you might want to see on there. And you just turn it off right here. Hold the power button for a couple seconds and turn it off. You do add other features to this machine. Versus the 2023, you do add the float. You do add a parking brake, which is automatically turned on when you turn off the machine, or you do have a manual to turn on while you're operating. You do have an arm lock that allows you to lock the arm in the position that it's in, so you don't have movement. And the float function is just by pushing that all the way forward. Your dual auxiliaries are controlled right here, and then your throttle's right there on the side. Hydraulic tank left and right, just like on the 1000. Getting into what it can do. We had a video where you can see the IR1000 lifting 1,490 pounds on a concrete block that's on a set of pallet forks. And when it's driving, it's really tippy, right? We put that same block onto this machine. You can lift it up and down, hold it up halfway, and get off the back of the machine, and it's still going to hold it up. We wanted to see what this could do. We put a 2,330 pound block on a set of pallet forks. I don't recommend doing this at home, but after several tests, we did lift it up all the way and come back down. Don't recommend doing that at home. It was a lot for the machine. It was very tippy, a pretty dangerous thing to try. But we were very impressed that this machine was actually able to lift that up. and move it around. It did have to stay close to the plate. I'll put that video up at the back of this. Again, don't try it at home, but if you want to see more of our videos, you can check us out on YouTube. You can find out more about this machine either at iron-rhino.com or go to chipperllcsales.com for pricing, specs, and contact information. Thank you. Have a great day. So notice I'm lifting very slowly. This is because this amount of weight is over the rated operating capacity. This machine is capable of lifting at a much faster speed, but with the amount of weight that is on the machine, I wanted to make sure I took it really slow. I also want to mention the drive speed of the IR1200, maxing out at 6 miles per hour versus about 3.5 miles per hour that you get on the IR1000.